Hi, my name is Sung-Ho Hong. I'm a technical marketing engineer from Collaboration Technology Group. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily, quickly test Smart Account API access using a popular tool, Postman. This is for HCM-F in Cisco HCS environment. If you're familiar with HCM-F, this is the page you will have to come to configure Smart Account access. You will have to specify which smart account you're going to have HCM-F registered to. And in this case, I am using my smart account hcs.cisco.com. For you, you will have to use your smart account or the smart account you're testing with. What about client ID and client secret? To get client ID and client secret, you will have to go to Smart Account API Access Request portal, and once you get to the portal, then you will say, I want to request API access. Once you fill out the form and go through the process, you will have authorization and authorization details with client ID and client secret. Just keep in mind that your grant type is Client Credentials Grant. With this information, now you're going to go back to your HCM-F and you're going to enter client ID and client secret there. If everything had been fine, then your HCM-F should have been registered to your smart account without any error or problem. But as you can see, in our case, it failed to register to my smart account, and the reason seems to be related to authentication, API authentication. You may be able to start looking into the log files to figure out what went wrong, but before you do that, there is a simpler and quicker way to check your API access and your credentials. Let's test the API access using Postman. Once you open your Postman tool, then first thing you will have to do is create a new request. It's going to be a post request, and we're going to use exact the same URL on this slide to send your post request. Then we're going to select body tab and select URL encoded format. Then we're going to create 3 keys and their values. Client ID and client secret, you're going to provide the value you got from API Access Request portal. These are the values or client ID and client secret we're going to use to test our API access. As a grant type, we're going to use client credentials. Once key and value pairs are all configured, we're going to send this request. If the request is successful, you will get a response back, and within the response, you will see your access token. Save this access token for later use. We're going to configure Smart Account Search query. We're going to create a new request. This time, it's going to be a GET request, and we are going to use exact this URL to send this GET request. We're going to select the parameter tab, and we are going to create 2 keys, domain and name. Domain key is the mandatory key, but name key is optional. You don't have to have the name key. For domain, we're going to say hcs.cisco.com in this video. That's the smart account name or domain name I'm going to use. But in your case, you're going to specify your domain or your smart account domain or the smart account domain you want to test with, and you're going to provide the name of your smart account. Again, that's optional. Then we're going to click on Authorization tab and select a bearer token as a type, and we're going to enter the access token we just got from the post request response, and then click on Send to send this GET request. If the request is successful, you will see your smart account information. So in this case, in our case, our domain name and smart account name and ID and type is customer, and it says status is active and the request was successful. So by getting this, we know client ID and client secret do work for API access. If you want to test another request, then we can try to list virtual accounts. Let's create another request. This time it's going to be a GET request, and you're going to use exact same URL, and then we're going to click on Authorization tab and specify type as a bearer token again, and token is what we got earlier from our post request, and we're going to send. What you're going to get if the request is successful, then list of all your virtual accounts under your smart account. So in our case, I see VA HCS operational dcloud is one of my virtual accounts. Also, I have dashpod-1 virtual account. Also, I have ordered-dcloud virtual account. So it was successfully list all the virtual accounts under my smart account. This again proves my client secret and client ID are all good and API access was successful. So the client ID and client secret for API access I used for my HCM-F must be all good. So I have to check something else to figure out why my HCM-F failed to register to my smart account. But that is out of scope of this video. Thanks for watching.